San Antonio, welcome to All Things San Antonio podcast with your host and favorite realtor, Brad Burns.
And Ken Carter.
We got special guest today, Nathan Sear with the Social Sunday.
Social Sundays.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah,
but backtrack for a second. The one thing that we do with all of our guests is because this is All Things San Antonio.
Right.
So we also want to kind of get your origin story. Like I moved here because I'm a military brat.
Yes.
I'm a retired dependent.
Mm-hmm.
He was born and raised. So what's your origin? How did you get to San Antonio? Kind of give us your little bit of your background, and then we'll dive into it.
So I was born and raised here.
Where's your high school?
At Johnson High School. I went to high school there. I went to middle school at Hill, elementary school, Bovardy Creek. So I'm in literally this area right up the road, Bovardy Road, so TBC area. So, literally right here. So, born and raised.
Did you sports in high school? Or?
Yeah, I played tennis, which I still play tennis. I played a doubles tournament last weekend with Robert. I don't know if you know Robert. He's a realtor too. So, we played that, and I played a lot of tennis. I played soccer early on, and then it's like a little better at tennis, and it wasn't as cool, but I sucked it up, and I got really pretty good at tennis too. I enjoy it so much. It's such a good sport, especially as you get older too. Like everybody plays tennis, and then now pickleball's I guess taking over.
So you know Pat Johnson out at Northeast?
It sounds so familiar.
He runs the tennis facility there at Blossom.
Oh, really? Then I probably know him. Yeah, I've played so many tournaments.
We used to be on a bowling team together.
I saw Robert's post. Y'all were making fun of pickleball players.
Oh yeah, big time. Is we have a friend, Marcus Robbins. He's like most jacked dude you'd ever see in your life, and he loves pickleball. And I'm just like, dude, like get on a real court. And then my thing is that like the tennis courts that were made are now becoming pickleball courts. My thing is go build pickleball courts. Like. Don't turn them into pickleball courts. I can't do that. Tennis is really popular, but pickleball I think it's the fastest growing sport in the world. So
it is.
I'm not hating. If people are getting active, burning calories, whatever,
The you're too young maybe to remember Andre Agassi.
Yeah, I know of him, but
yeah. In his heyday, he just played in like his first professional pickleball.
Oh really? Yeah. See, a lot of the old pros are. I've seen that too. That's super funny. It's cool though. It's awesome.
Pickleball probably a little less impact on their bodies, huh?
I don't know. It's too much impact for me. I tried to play it. My knee, I was like, because I'm still like young at heart, so I was like trying to go all out and everything. And I stick to golf. Super
like it's like half the court, and then a lot of your points are being played out at the net, so you're not actually moving. You're just volleying a lot. So it's different. There's times where it can get physical, but honestly, it's growing into such a big sport where it's like, I mean, it's gonna have its own real league, and I mean, everybody's gonna be watching. There's real money behind it, so I mean. I wouldn't knock it. People are getting fit, so
for sure.
Yeah.
So what Social Sunday? Let's tell us more about that.
Mm-hmm. Right. So Social Sundays is a once a month car gathering that takes place at different locations, usually the third or fourth Sunday of the month, and we highlight. It was at first local businesses, but then we grew and grew, and then it became into popular spots in San Antonio. So whether that's La Cantera Mall. We did the San Antonio Zoo last month, just all different places. So we basically touch with all car enthusiasts, families, and just kind of all San Antonio. It is more, it's for all vehicles, but it is very supercar based, and it was at first, and then we kind of grew into, other people want to come, let's make this open for everybody. When
you say supercar, what do you mean?
So that's definitely that's an argument.
Controversial, huh?
It is very controversial what a supercar is. For me, in technical terms, I would put it at honestly like a V10 or above. If a car has a V10 or above, really. So like even I consider Vipers supercars, even though, and they're exotics as well because you don't see them a lot. Yeah. But exotics and supercars are two totally different things, right? Supercar is performance, exotic is how much do you see it, not the actual performance part of the car. So that's a huge argument, and actually differentiating between categories in car shows is not easy, and people get very upset at that. So that's a big job too. But so it's just once a month gathering with everybody. Super cool because you get to go see all your friends once a month too, and it's always free charge. We don't charge anymore. Now we're fortunate enough to have sponsors take care of that parking. So it's free for everybody to come to, families as well. Our last show was a donation to the zoo, which all profits went to the zoo, which was a minimum $5 donation. Mm-hmm. For like a family of 5, you would have to pay a minimum of $5. So it's not like it's anything outrageous, right? So yeah, we do that, and it's a lot of fun because a lot of people don't think that San Antonio has those type of cars or those type of people, right? And I've noticed too, like even at networking events that you go to, you're not even gonna do half the networking that you're gonna do at my events. So it's super cool. It's very different, for sure. Yeah.
How did you get started doing that?
I was working at a hot dog place. It was called Doghouse. It was up the road on Stone Oak.
I love that.
They closed down, didn't they?
They did close down. Yeah.
It was California based, but they had great.
I know. That's
really good food.
I know. The prices were outrageous, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I started hosting smaller shows there. It's funny because I was 18 and I was a bar manager at Doghouse. So I was managing the bar there because I had
the restaurant industry.
Yeah, dude, literally. Yeah, moved out at 18, server, and then boom, straight bartender, and then bar manager, and then I was managing, the whole restaurant. So I was like constantly looking for things to do, ways to escalate the company. I wanted to be seen. I thought I was going down that pipeline. So I started car shows, and my first one was like horrible. It was like Mustangs, and I'm not knocking on Audis. I used to have one, but just like like those type of cars. But the real turning point was that since I managed the bar, I would leverage a lot of things like hey, come in for a free drink or whatever it was. And I'd send like these paragraphs to these exotic owners that lived up the road because, I was in Stone Oak. You know where it's at.
They're close.
So like you had Summer Glen right up the road and all these places. So I'm like, come on over. Like you ain't got nothing else to do. Like, come on. And I started in morning and then we did some night ones. I tested the waters. I did a lot of co-hosting too with car groups. So I'd invite them over to do it. So at first it was just co-hosting with groups and then I went out on my own. And then that was a huge jump because I made my own flyer from some past events that I had done and with co-hosted, and it was just like a huge jump for me, and it took off, man. Like at Doghouse, it took off like supercar galore at a hot dog place. Like it was just the coolest thing ever, and everybody was going to it, and then I was like, well, why don't I take this like to somewhere else besides Doghouse? So then I did one at Bar 301 over on I-10, and it was just massive. Like there was just so many cars there, and that's where I had met. He's actually my partner in this, Dennis. Mm-hmm. And I met Dennis there, and Dennis is a very well connected guy as well. So when we had partnered there, it was just like it took off, and we made the logo, made the name, and here we are. Yeah, crazy, but that was my story of how, because I would have never got into that point, if it wasn't for all the shows at Doghouse. So it was like a super cool like. Just awesome because now I like the name kind of runs itself, right? But back then it was the glory days where you had no idea if anyone was going to show up, right? Yeah. Like you're just sitting there praying. You tell everybody that there's a car show. You have all these cars coming, and you don't actually know if they're coming. Which has happened before. Like I have had people like not come to shows. Like I've promised cars before to be there, and they've not been there. Whether it was before, it was like oh my gosh, it was like an R8. I would tell people that would come out, and then now I'm like confirming like $5 million SP3s. It's like crazy, just the jump. But from even a year ago, that's where I was at Doghouse. It's just crazy.
Is that when it started? Was about a year ago?
A year and a half ago, because I don't count me when I co-hosted with certain groups there. Mm-hmm. That was me more branding Doghouse's name. And then that's when I made the leap, was about a year and a half ago, yeah. So it was awesome. I started with a name called Euro House. So I kept the Doghouse name so people would remember if I left. So I wanted to make sure, like, if I, got fired or whatever, like, I wanted to have a security, So I was like, we put house in the last name.
Smart.
And then I met Dennis, and we were like, well, we want to do it on Sundays, and, this and that. So we were like, Social Sundays. We're like, this is what it's going to be called. I made the logo that same day and made a flyer, and boom. We had our first one at Coffee and Culture over on Northwest Military in 1604. Yeah. Yeah, and that was like, we had like 20 cars there too when we started Social Sundays. So it was like literally, I started and restarted like 3 or 4 times, rebranded, and then now Social Sundays is what took off. So,
nice.
Yeah,
that's most businesses, right? Yeah. Failed a couple times, had to regroup and get it together and get it back out there.
For real, because for a long time I was doing things under the name of Doghouse, and then I made the name, and then I only did like 2 shows by myself before I got big enough to where people were noticing me and wanting to partnering with me, and then, boom, yeah.
Nice. How many people were at y'all's last event at the zoo? The zoo was the last one, right?
635, because we filled up the whole parking garage, and that's how many spots are in the parking garage.
So that's how many cars or how many people?
That's just how many cars.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So it's like
that's a lot.
Yeah,
so you probably say
that's
4 people per car. So you
at
probably
least a couple thousand, 2,000 or 3,000.
Oh, easily, yeah. And the lot across from us was every lot in the zoo was full. I mean, well, because obviously they're the zoo, but then our crowd, it was just insane. I mean, it's gotten so big now to where me and Dennis are thinking like, what do we do? Like it's like Carson. Did you guys ever go to Carson Coffee? It was at Fiesta, Texas.
I haven't been, but I heard about it.
You heard about it? Yeah. It was real big, real big.
Are they not doing it anymore?
No, because Six Flags got new owners and they got bought out. And if you're not gonna pay them, because they're a nonprofit. So, but they were huge. Like Carson Coffee was ginormous, but the problem is it took forever to get in and out of, and it was like 2 hours in, 2 hours out. You are in the same parking lot every month. You see the same cars. We're kind of going around to different places and highlighting what makes San Antonio important, right?
See, and I think that's part of the key.
Yeah, and it's like we're able to park these cars, and then now we figured out, okay, it's not all about supercars. Let's show cars that, pay homage to San Antonio, and at the spots. Yeah. And it's now grown into something, quite...
Because San Antonio, even not even on the high-end stuff, like San Antonio has a car culture for sure.
Oh, lowriders.
Like back in the 80s and 90s, Southwest, we were talking about just the other day, like Southwest Military used to be Cruising Central.
Oh,
the 5.0 Mustangs.
Mm-hmm. My girlfriend in high school, her dad had rebuilt a 1929 Chevy Hot Rod.
Wow.
And at Bun and Barrel on Austin Highway, at least, I don't know if it was once a month or whatever, but they'd have cars. All the old guys would come up there.
Oh, yeah. No, on Austin Highway all the time. They do classics, and there's still one over at Friday nights on Biff's Burgers. Mm. They do all the classics and lowriders over there. And at Brackenridge, they still meet on Sundays. I know that. Brackenridge Park, they do. So it's still, the culture's still going for sure. Like, the real San Antonio car culture is definitely still going, The thing now is you're seeing, obviously a lot of people are moving in from Austin and there's a lot of money coming into San Antonio now. So, it's different. And I'm noticing people, there's this one guy I met, right? When I met him, he had an M3 and a Raptor. And within the course of a year, this dude has an 812 Superfast, which is a Ferrari, and a Huracan Performante, right? And I met him when he had nothing. He's looking at buying a Bugatti. And this is one person that I've just met through Doghouse, right? And there's so many people like that in San Antonio that are just gaining wealth. I mean, people are moving here, using their businesses, and there's a lot of people that want San Antonio to stay the same. And
it's not going to stay the same.
No, it's not going to stay the same. And they have to face it now because, we do get a lot of hate too, like in our TikTok and even Instagram where, they're kind of saying we're gentrifying the area or whatnot.
Man, that's my last TikTok video. I just did a video in response to somebody shitting on us for gentrifying and all this stuff. And it's no, it's just
no, it's the way we're headed, and you have to face it now because even with the construction going on now, it's just you can tell
it's
things coming within the next 15, 20 years. It's going to be ridiculous, and I'm excited. And our goal with Social Sundays too is to take it to Austin, take it to Houston, take it to Dallas. So these are all things on our radar, but the really cool thing is that we started in San Antonio, right? And I have full confidence that we're gonna take it to all those cities, and it's crazy too because there's Expel who does PPF, right? Literally in a quarter year, they did $1 billion in sales. They started in San Antonio, no one knows it, but it's there's so many companies that are here. VP Racing Fuels. There's so many people, and we're trying to touch on all those people and really grow everybody.
Where's the next one going to be at?
Hotel Elon, and that is one of my favorite spots because we don't park in the parking lot. We park on the promenade, so all right above George's Keep, and it's all right. It's the most. You don't even look like it's in San Antonio. Looks like you're in Italy. I love that. Yeah, that's one of my favorite shows. It's Hotel Elon.
Have you been there before?
Yeah, we did it. We did it last December, I want to say, and it was unbelievable. I had so much fun there. It was fun to park the cars too. They were super tricky, but that's what's the best. That's what's because you're not putting them into normal parking spots. It's they're parked aesthetically. Yeah. That's what Hotel Elon is.
What's cool about especially Houston and Dallas, especially Houston is so big. You could have multiple going on the same day.
You could do a rally from San Antonio to an Austin show to a Houston show. Yeah. The possibilities are endless, and there's a lot other people too in San Antonio are growing. Like I was at a meeting earlier with Ben from Prestige Motorsports, and he
Ben's a good dude. I've met him. Yeah. I met him in a Spurs game a while back.
Yeah, Ben's awesome, and he's opening up Prestige in Austin, and he has plans to open up beyond Texas. So it's like there's a lot of people that want to grow together, and where I feel that Social Sundays is very community based. I don't look at it as like I used to look at it as like I'm throwing $30 or $40 million into your parking lot. Now I look at it as like everybody gets to see each other, right? How can we make sponsors happy? How can we connect, him with him? What works best? Just everything. Like there's so much that goes into it more than just what car can I get there. That's what I was so focused on at first. So it's changed a lot, but for the good, for the community aspect now. So it's great. Yeah.
So is the goal to get it as big as like Cars and Coffee was, or is it like keep it smaller so you can get in and out easier and not have to worry about those problems that they had?
Well, the problem is that I'm like, what's besides the Pearl, what's bigger than like the Zoo and La Cantera Mall, right? Mm-hmm. So I've already maxed out pretty much like what I can in a way, in a sense. Like obviously there's a lot more. The job's never finished, right? But there's a lot more that can be done. So I don't necessarily want to say that I'm gonna limit anything to like Cars and Coffee Day because they just got huge. Like the whole lot was packed, literally, and it would take 2 hours to get out of it, right? And I have 2 parking attendants, and me and Dennis, and we have no waits to get out of our. It doesn't make any sense. So I don't mind it getting busy. The more attendants you get, the more sponsors.
Yeah.
Love that. Pay more, I pay the parking attendant, so we're good. It's in terms of is it gonna be good for the customer still? Like the average Joe that's going to the Social Sundays? I don't know. Because then you start thinking about things like, well, people are going to get there. Sometimes we have people showing up like 2 hours early for our events, but then they'll leave an hour after the show starts, right? So like it's a very complex thing, and you have to look at analytics. I look at all of our social media analytics, just trends and everything. How can we do things better now that we're going back a second time? I look at all these things from the first time and apply them to the second time. So we'll see. We're getting huge. I mean, we're almost at 10,000 followers in a month.
That's
yeah,
great.
It's just crazy. Yeah. And I don't do any paid ads or anything, but me and my video guy, Rick, and we
it's all organic.
Yeah. It's all organic. And, I've been blessed with.
Man, there's a lot you can do with that.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. It's
like especially in the day of the influencer and stuff like that, and it's like that's how you live your life, and it's like once you start getting to that point, you start that climb.
Well, it's like
I get excited.
It's legit crazy. Yeah, I mean, even now, just like the opportunities that have opened, like their new place 300 Main that opened downtown.
Yeah.
Like I was over there yesterday talking to them, and I was trying to throw like a little private party. They're like, just take it. Like trying to throw a car show. They're like, take it. Like they were sponsoring just cool things like that. And people like y'all reaching out. I mean, even this is awesome.
We just did a video across the street, or right down the street from 300 Main at the Gunther. They just redid the whole thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You should talk to the Floodgate also.
What's that?
So
it's another
luxury apartment complex that's right down there. They've got we've talked about this on the last time because their parking garage. It's in the building, right? And you go in. It's like just a bay. Guillotine door shuts. You tell it how long you're going to be there, and then the parking system parks the car for you.
Oh wow!
Oh wow! Yeah, it's crazy.
I didn't know that.
It's like Carvana in an apartment complex.
Yeah,
wow.
super like luxury apartments, stuff like that. So like it'd be very similar to like 300 Main. Like those when two people are shopping, like they consider both of those.
It'd probably be not for like a full show, but maybe a private event or something like that.
Yeah.
So maybe people that want.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we talked to somebody.
I don't know who you're targeting.
they viewed both properties and chose the other one. I mean, when somebody's shopping for one, they're shopping for both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's good stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So what? So is Social Sunday like your full-time thing now?
Now it is. Yeah. Now we have enough sponsors to where it can be my full-time thing. Should it be my full-time thing? No. It's honestly, it takes a lot out of you. Not that like it's
a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of like just thinking and waiting, and it's one event a month. Like that's the weird thing about it. It's not like we're doing a bunch, right? It's your whole month going down to one day, right? So it's like just your feelings are up and down until then, and the algorithm and just the way that I've seen the analytics work is the best to post the week before the show, right? So there's a lot of dead time, but then in that dead time, it's like you're reaching out to sponsors, you're making content. I mean, you're doing all these things, and it's like it's fun, but I do miss the human interaction part of bartending, like even literally I would go back and bartend on Tuesday through Friday just to feel like normal person again.
Yeah.
Because I'm 21. So it's
So
like
you're now actually allowed to go to the bar.
yeah, exactly. Now I can go to the bar. Yeah, after I got done, like, dude, that was like the worst. Like managing a bar is like I cannot even believe I did that. Like that didn't even feel real. I mean, it was like was there till 4 a.m. just being stupid. I mean, I can't even. Closing the kitchen because your kitchen guys aren't showing up, and
I worked in restaurants in my 20s.
Yeah.
It's like
I started
unreal.
McDonald's when I was 16 and was there 10 years. So
I can guarantee you, I'll clean a fryer faster than anybody. I am so fast.
you should see me make a pizza. I can stretch
Okay, I
it.
bet you can fast pizza.
it's fun. I tell people like, man, I miss it sometimes. Like I was like, I just want to go back and like work on a Friday night.
There's
like,
something about just doing the physical manual labor and everything. Like you don't really want to do it all the time, but like getting in there and
once
getting
in
your
a
hand,
while, yeah.
just once in a while. Like
It is so nice though to know that like all the people that I ever had problems with in there. I know this is gonna sound so salty, but like I started there at Doghouse and I went through a lot of stuff there. Like it wasn't easy, right? But like it's so cool knowing that I'm able to make money off of my passion, what I wanted to do, and like that it started there. Like it's just like really like unique and peculiar from at least for me. I'm just like really it's cool. So
well, I will tell you from two older guys, like you're in a great position right now because you're starting to get it where it's almost kind of like you got a system going.
Right, yeah.
And once you have a system and you have processes, then you can start hiring leverage, and like there's a lot of inexpensive ways to leverage it, and then that frees up your time to dive back into more on the content, gain more followers, you gain more influence. Like there's nothing more liberating to know that you can like do your whatever it's intellectual or physical, like you can go out without anybody else, without a W-2, go out there and make something and then turn it into money.
Yeah,
like
legit,
there's that's the most freeing you can ever feel, where you don't have to rely on somebody else, that you can go out there and make your own money.
Yeah, no, for
Clip
sure.
that shit.
Yeah. What would you say your biggest struggle with it is?
People not taking me seriously.
Because you're younger.
Age.
Yeah, because of my age, for sure. People not taking me seriously. And yeah, I mean, honestly, that has been my biggest struggle.
And you probably had that all the way back from when you were managing the bar. Like somebody wants to complain, you're like, let me talk to the manager. I'm like, I am the manager.
Thank you. Yeah,
and
it's so amazing that you said
thing.
that. People ask me like, are you even able to serve me a drink? And I'm like, huh. I'm like, yes. But
I can serve it, but I can't drink it.
For real, yeah. And that definitely, I had a lot of like just straight up insecurity problems just because of that. And if anything though, that just motivates me so much more. It's just such a motivation because it's like I know that I can do it, and I'm very confident in myself. But yeah, dude, it's really interesting.
I will tell you that going through that the people that you're making connections with right now that see that past your age and see what you're doing at your age, right? Yeah. Not discount you because of your age, but see what you're doing at your age, right?
Yeah.
The people that are going to be the ones that really are going to be able to invest in you in the future,
100%,
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so, like, it all is a positive. Like the ones that dismiss it, they're not the visionaries in the first place. That you don't want to associate with those guys because they don't see the future.
Yeah, 100%.
They can't see what's right in front of their face.
Yeah, they just want the short term gain, and that's why there's so many people like that have seen me throughout the years and. They know me. They know who I am, and that also the big problem too is staying humble, because I can at first I wasn't very because if I want to go in a Ferrari I just ask my friend so I have these opportunities where it's like I'm all this and that, and it's so easy to get lost into that, and I have people from the early days that will check me, and I love that so much. It's so good to know that I always have those people behind my back.
It's good to stay grounded. Have somebody that'll ground you a little bit.
Yes, 100%. So that is very true. Yeah. And those people that said no at first, I mean, I'll say it. Ben said no at first, and then now we're having a meeting. So Like it comes back around full circle. So all the time, always comes back.
Consistency.
Yep.
Follow up.
Yeah. No just means not right now.
Exactly. I like that.
Next opportunity.
Yeah. I don't ever take no for an answer.
No.
We'll just wait a little bit and ask again and
Yep.
work on it and make them realize, like, hey, this is what you want to do.
Yeah.
Nice. So what's next? So expanding to Houston, Austin, kind of to the bigger cities?
Definitely. We're looking at doing some evening events.
What times are y'all's events now?
Well, the zoo is 11 to 3. We did the last one at the Rock from 10 to 2. But where this one coming up is going to be from 10 to 12 because we noticed that people don't like that long to just stare at cars.
Well, it gets hot too.
It does get hot,
especially
yes.
this time of year.
100%.
2 o'clock.
Yeah. But next thing you know, people are going to ask us why they're so short. So it's like, you can never win. But I think 10 to 12 is the perfect time. And then, because I know that day too, there's a really big car show in town that's coming back. They got rebranded called Detail Depot. And they're doing theirs from 8 to 10. So it's perfect for us.
How far away from y'all's is that one?
Probably like 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. So not too bad.
No. But, yeah, I mean, just expanding into Austin, Houston, and Dallas, those are way bigger markets. They have bigger hypercars, bigger people, more network, more opportunity. But
the Circuit of the Americas.
yeah, that thing, yeah. Everybody does stuff there, though. That is that place is. You saw the roller coaster they're building on there? They're building a whole amusement park, in Coda. It's going to be legit.
See,
That's crazy.
That's how unhip I am. I called it Circuit of the Americas, and he just called it Coda.
Coda, yeah. Well, I'm so out of touch. I had to Google and figure out I didn't realize they were the same thing. Because I was talking to a buddy of mine up there. He's getting a car condo up there where they get access to Coda.
Oh, dude, yeah, your buddy's got money then, because those are legit.
Yeah.
You see the ones Robert's opening?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are awesome too. Those are gonna be state of the art.
No, they're dope. Yeah.
A lot of those car condos are coming into town. A lot of them. We have Chavano's opening up. The 2 over there on the I-10 and Dominion, and then you have Roberts. It's pretty crazy. Just that shows you right there how many people have these collections, and that's besides all the collections inside
So
the Dominion.
what's a car condo for those that are watching this that don't know, like me?
A car condo is like a private man cave escape. Basically, it can be like your workspace, your home office, and then they just do events. At Roberts there's gonna be pickleball courts. There's gonna be a sauna, a gym, all this different stuff. And
So basically an apartment complex of garages.
basically, yeah.
It's almost like a private club
Yeah.
circled around the car guy.
Yeah.
Or girl.
You gotta you'll get the base, then you gotta go and design it yourself and all that. But most of them have lofts, they'll have a balcony on them. The size ranges. So yeah, it's
Keep
pretty
your car in
interesting.
AC.
There you go.
Yeah, for real. But most of them are community though. Like a lot of them, some of them are the ones on Dominion. They took they blew up during COVID because people would just stay there and
Yeah, they can actually.
just literally hide out there. It's crazy. So
Well, I think because of COVID and stuff like that, all of the impact that it had, events like yours, these social events and things like that, it's growing.
Yeah.
Because people have craved it and just love again, the community and being able to talk to people.
for sure, it's yeah, dude. COVID was bad. Everybody wanted to get out after that. Cars and Coffee, they were limiting. I remember that they were limiting people. They stopped that for a while. The first one they had back was just nuts. Yeah, so for sure, everybody wants to be out again. I think the real big thing, and what I want to do is we have a lot of events just because that's where the wealthier people live is up on Dominion side. But I really would like to get into downtown and King William area and.
I think downtown will start coming back around more as Project Marvel comes around.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot more people coming
But
back.
even
real long time,
Brook City
though.
base,
You think?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of
It's
far.
it's a ways out. There's a ton of development down there.
There's cool restaurants and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
A lot of them are chains though, so I don't.
But they're right by there, especially once I think that with them putting the botanical garden, which is going to be right on the other side of
The what's it called?
where
The
Republic Golf Course used to be.
Yeah, what's it called?
What?
The name of it, Arboretum.
The Arboretum.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they put that over there and stuff like that, that's all going to grow, I think.
Yeah.
Because Northside is it's saturated.
Oh yeah.
But I think over there, you're average home price is probably $200 to $250
For now.
For now. I mean, I don't foresee it jumping up to $800-900.
Not anytime soon.
No. And if it did that, I mean, everything else would double and triple as well. So,
But you never know, because with Project Marvel going right where on the south part there, and if it grows, it could get there. I don't know. Got a lot of people moving to San Antonio. A lot of Bitcoin money.
yeah.
I love
A lot of crypto.
South Alamo area. I'm always down there. The Halcyon or First Friday or the Brick. It was so much fun.
The what do you go to Stella?
No, I don't even know what. The
pizza part?
Yeah, no. I go to El Forno's. That's the best pizza place, San Antonio, in my opinion. Not even a question. I could argue here all day. I'll stand on my throne.
Oh, so he took it there to begin with. As we wrap up.
No. The El Forno's good. I have no problem with El Forno. Stella is a very different type of pizza. It's more.
Oh, you've had El Forno's?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I love El Forno's.
But our family. We go to Stella all the time, but it's not like a traditional pizza. More so, it's like we get it because it has the prosciutto and it's got the serrano and the arugula and a little.
That's different.
Little bit of honey. It's called the bee sting, and it's like.
Yeah. I'll just say that they have like the best margarita pizza. I'll leave it at that. El Forno's.
Oh, he's like traditional. Are you like? What do you think of Dave Portnoy?
Oh no, dude! I respect his opinions, but I don't think that like he knew where to go in San Antonio. But he just has a different style. He likes a different style of pizza. He likes like the New York, style. I like the Italian stuff, but I was supposed to be there right now, but I leave to France next week.
To New York?
No, France.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Paris.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. There's my dad.
Nice.
Yeah.
That'd be a good trip.
Yeah.
So that leads us into our two questions that we always ask.
Oh.
Since you threw it out with our pizza, we always go. So first off, where's your go-to breakfast taco place? And being that you went to Johnson High School, I'm going to tell you that you're probably wrong.
I'll just go to Taco Cabana and get a potato and egg. I'm not nothing fancy on that. I'm going to whatever's closest to me and grab it.
Unfortunately, the closest thing out there for you would be like Taco Palenque.
Yeah, I mean, I like the carne asada at like Bill Miller's. Like, I'll get that, but that's literally what's right
Bill
next
Miller's
to me.
is solid, though.
We won't clip that and put that out there for you because you would.
Yeah, that's hate right there. Yeah,
that's one thing we always tell
that's
people.
Northside hate.
Yeah,
All day Northside hate.
That's the kid over there. Yeah.
Like Eric's over there looking down in disgust right now.
Oh gosh.
In future, just look for the old Whataburger buildings that are triangles that are now like a Mexican place.
Right.
Just go to that place.
Okay.
If you go to one of those, you'll be safe.
I see some of those like
hack.
Sonics
It's a life
too.
hack.
Yeah. I see some like Sonics that have been converted into
Yeah, the Whataburger ones. It's got to be the Whataburger ones.
All right, got it.
Sonic doesn't have seating.
Exactly. And then the other second thing is favorite burger.
Oh, Burger Boy. Oh yeah, Burger Boy, hands down. That's the base special, no tomato, large Arnold Palmer. I got
Burger
that for a
Boy's
month
solid.
straight.
Burger's Boys are fine.
I literally ate that for Monday through Friday for a month straight. Yeah, when my last job. Yeah, I love Burger Boy. I'll go to the location on St. Mary's just for fun, like just for the vibe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it. What is y'all's? Don't say Christmas trades.
No.
Okay.
Mr. Juicy.
Okay.
But it's very limited. I don't know if you've been there.
No,
yet.
I haven't been there. I heard a lot about it though.
It's the
I'll
best.
have to check it out now.
It's and eat it there. At least the first time you eat it there, because the fries, his preference. The owner, Andrew Weissman, he even their bags when they serve them, they leave them open so that the steam doesn't sog
Oh,
the
that's
fries.
awesome. Yeah.
Like and he tells his kids like you need to eat there, don't bring it home because he's a perfectionist and like.
Well, to be fair, he's a 5-star chef that opened up a burger.
James Beard award-winning
Oh wow!
chef.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
And it's all hung. It's just right now it's compact. They had the first one on Hildebrand, and then their second one on Northwest Military, in an old Whataburger.
Oh, nice.
The Whataburger.
The Whataburgers, man.
They sold out, and now everybody's making better food out of Whataburger
God,
than
they suck
Whataburger.
now.
And yeah, no, I literally I can't even eat anymore.
No,
it's crazy.
terrible.
It's crazy.
As soon as they
It's actually
sold it,
sad.
it just went downhill.
Went fast too.
Yeah.
So it's all right.
Very
Chicago
fast.
ruins everything.
Carnegie Soda at Bill Miller. It does get love. You ain't the first one to say it.
Hey,
so.
but Bill
Burger
Miller's
Boy?
is solid though.
Or
Like,
what?
The Carnegie Soda.
Oh,
at
yeah,
Bill
yeah,
Miller,
yeah.
It gets a lot of
yeah.
love.
Oh, yeah,
Cool.
I'll
That's
tackle
good.
those.
well, do us a favor. Go check out.
Where your Instagram stuff and everything? Where do they follow you at?
So Social Sundays TX on Instagram. I believe it's the same for TikTok and Facebook. So Social Sundays TX all lowercase. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
Give him a
Yep.
subscribe.
Nice. Yeah,
YouTube
go
coming soon.
follow him. Don't follow him on Facebook. He don't have a profile picture.
I have a profile picture on my.
He's too young to have a Facebook.
Yeah,
They don't do that shit. They Instagram.
I don't have a profile picture on my Facebook either. Yeah.
we had some of the mayoral candidates come on, and one of them messaged me on Instagram, and he didn't have a picture on his Instagram, and I was like, "Bro, ain't no way I'm voting for you. You have a profile picture. I think you're
And 2 friends.
you're a scammer."
Hey,
Yeah, it wasn't one that we had on.
in the flesh, right
Do us a
here.
favor, hit that like and subscribe. Check out Social Sundays coming up,
Yes.
June 22nd.
June 22nd, yeah, 10 to 12 at Hotel Elon.
Sweet. See y'all later.
Thank you guys.